Okay, let's start on our journey on Arahat. What do you think is Arahat? Don't tell me Asamakhaya Jnana is Arahat. Ending of defilements. Anyone would like to answer? Yes, are you?
Someone not there.
Hmm?
Someone who is not there.
Someone who is not there, correct. Yeah. What does that mean? Yes, Gopal Krishna, you wanted to say something. Yes, Gopal Krishna, you can go ahead. You want to say something. You're on mute in case you're talking. You have to unmute. You're still on mute. Yes. Yeah, now you can speak.
The one who has conquered himself.
One who has conquered himself. There's no he left. So there's nothing to conquer also.
So, one who,
So let me explain to you in case if anybody else can try. I mean, that's a good answer, but there's no he to conquer. There's nothing left to conquer.
thank you, Bante. Thank you.
Okay. I heard that you wanted to come home, so you can come home.
I will come, Bante, along with Kamalama.
Okay. Fine.
We will come, Bante.
Sure.
This Saturday we will come, Bante.
Okay, that will be good. Yeah, you can come.
Yes, Bante. Thank you, Bante.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
You have put me Bhante, you put everything now. Okay. So anybody else would
Okay.
like? Yeah, sure. Anybody else would like to give a try?
So he don't have all six indriya, means all the indriyas. He don't have all the senses, and he can cut off the things very easily, or he can cut everything. He don't take anything within himself.
Right. Okay, good. Anybody else? Okay, if you don't have, then I will answer, not an issue. So, what is Arha? It's Arhat, right? So, Hat is to cut, to kill. So, there should be something to be cut. Otherwise, it can't be called as an Arhat. So, Ari means enemies. So, Raga is the enemy. For Raga to go, Dvesha shouldn't be there. So, Dvesha is there means Moha is there. So, if both the Raga and Dvesha need to be removed, you can't remove it. You have to remove it by removing delusion. That is Moha. So, the starting point of the Dhamma is removal of Moha, not Raga Dvesha. The Sotapanna comes when his delusion is reduced to an extent that he doesn't have any longer any doubt that this path is not going to remove the delusion, and hence no Raga Dvesha. So it's like this. So you hold on to something, and that holding on gives you two paths. One is Raga, which is in English you can put it as desire, but it's not really desire. Raga is from two words. Okay. So when you say Raga, it means coloring. Actually, So you color, your consciousness is colored by something. Okay. Ra and Ga is Raga. Okay. Now, without going to the root meaning and all that, so one simple way of defining Raga is what is colored. There are a lot of suttas where Buddha talks about coloring. In that he uses Raga. Ragoti. It means one who has put some color. So he can't see. So when you like something, you get immersed into it because you can't see anything other than what you wanting to see. I want to see a movie, so I'm lost in that movie, which is Raga. Let's say when I go to San Francisco and then I'm having Golden Gate Bridge in front of me and then I get immersed in Golden Gate Bridge. That's Raga. Because I'm considering there is a real Golden Gate Bridge. An independent entity which will not perish at all. Got the point? So the moha delusion is this, what I am seeing is non-perishable. So if I take a human being and I keep on seeing him every day, like I'm seeing Eru every day, I'm seeing Bobby every day, I'm seeing many of you every day. Since you're coming every day, it means that you are there all the time. That's how the delusion works. Because like in our family life, if you see, we are seeing each other all the time, all the time, all the time. So you know your house. This is my house. Like in the case of Ariu, he was staying in Los Altos and then he moved into Mountain View. But now he considers Mountain View is to be his home. And slowly that experience of Los Altos home disappears. But he says that I moved from that home to this home. So you connect two things which are irrelevant as relevant. So now you have a kind of consistency. So you are connecting two frames of a movie, and then when it's connected, you can go from scene 1 and scene 2 and scene 3 and scene 4 like that. So now it looks continuous. So now I can say I was staying in Los Altos home and then I moved into Mountain View. So that I stays constant. I was there in Los Altos and now I am there in Mountain View. So it's me who was there and it's me who is here. So Itha Bhava, thisness, Anyatha Bhava, otherwiseness. So you keep on shuttling between this and that. I was in this, now I am in that. What the point? That's how the delusion is. I was in India, now I am in US. So you are fixed, right? Now you are fixed entity. That you existed in India or in Bangalore, and then now you exist in California. So if somebody were to ask, did you not die in Bangalore? And I said, no, what kind of madness are you talking? It's me who was there in Bangalore. It's me who is now in San Francisco. Actually speaking, those two are two different individuals, those two are two different scenarios, everything. There's no correlation. You can correlate it, you can just attach like a movie and then say this is scene 1, shot 1, Bangalore, and scene 2, shot 2, San Francisco, or in this case, Mountain View. So I link it through consciousness, and then what happens is I get an experience of I. So that I experience is not there in Arahat. He can see discrete things happening, not even anywhere combined. So he keeps smiling and laughing because They are totally different scenes. I'll give you one experience of mine some years ago, I think 2019, before COVID started. So, yeah, I think 2020, not 19. Um, I and my friend used to go on a walk. I think I've shared that with Ariu when he used to attend in the Vedanta group. We had another group called Vedanta. So sometimes he used to jump in. So there, one day while I was walking and I was seeing it like frame by frame, one frame followed by another frame, followed by another frame. So I was telling my friend, you know what, I'm seeing everything is frame by frame. Frame coming, dropping, frame coming, dropping, frame coming, dropping. But it didn't stay for long. It was there for a few minutes and then, but that was sufficient for me to get an insight of what really is happening. It's just a frame by frame by frame by frame. So the one frame dies, another frame is alive. So that is the present moment. That's what is life is all about. You are in the present means that frame is live, but it dies, and the next frame comes, and that dies, and the next frame comes. So when I'm doing like this and like this, it's two frames, not a single frame. But the delusion is that I am having an entire thing. So I say I'm moving my hand, but it's frame, 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 and then like this. It's each individual frame, and that's what sankhara is, to be honest. You're just doing some action like this, like that. So all these are sankaroti. You do something. And abhisankaroti means you are doing after pondering what you want to do. And that's the reason called abhisankhara, because you have pondered over it and then you thought and pondered that this is what I will say, this is what I will do. So like that. So you can do a moral act by thinking and pondering. That is still a sankhara, which is punya abhisankhara, because it gives you punya. Then you can do the same thing by apunya, that is sinful or immoral deeds. And you can get into the jhana, which is aninjabi sankhara. Uninja, inja means shaking, uninja means non-shakeable. Okay. So injati means one who is shaken. Injita means what could be shaken. Injiti means shaken. The person is already shaken up. The body is trembling, the mind is trembling. Like when you meet up with a car accident, there's a little bit of mental and physical shake. That's inja. It takes time to stabilize. When the police comes, your heart is pacing. Even though it's not your mistake, but there's still a pacing of the heart because this inja has happened. So the body gets into inja and injiti, which means already shaken. Injita means what can be shaken. So the body and mind can be shaken. Okay. So this Arhat has removed moha completely. So there's no abhijja. So there's no sankhara. Any question? It looks like everyone is an Arhat now. Okay, so basically an Arhat is a person who has removed Ari. At means to kill. Ari means enemies. So the first enemy is moha, delusion. Now the question comes, how do you get deluded in the first place? Because of the ayatana, nothing else. Six senses. Indriya becomes ayatana. What is indriya? Indravanti iti indriya. That which flows through, follows through is indriya. Dravya means some solution. Drava means something that can move. Dhava is to run. So Indravanti means what can run behind. So the senses run behind sense object. Ayatana. Okay, it's again have a compounded thing in Pali. Ayatana. Tana means which stays there. Ayatana means that which doesn't stay there. So what doesn't stay? When the eyes go behind that object, it cannot get it back. It is just like yesterday I was saying in the Hindi uh, class that there's an empty house, 6 windows, then you look like 6 people standing there, but when you enter, there are no people. That's how consciousness is. It's elusive nature. It's just a magician. So if you try to find it, you will never find him. But you can know that this is a magician who is doing something. It's not real. So when the eyes go behind an object, neither the eye is going behind the object nor the object is coming to the eye. It's the consciousness which is making this eye and consciousness, eye and the object come together as though they are coming together. They can never be together. So the conscious experience what you're having is you saw it. Like, I went to the Golden Gate Bridge. Did you carry Golden Gate Bridge? And the answer is no. No, I took a photo. Don't give me a rubbish thing of the photo. Did you carry Golden Gate Bridge? And nobody can carry. Yes, it's in my memory. What memory? Which memory? It's just a snapshot, which is a video, basically. But can you reproduce it? No. And after a while, you lose it. It just fades away. It just fades away. Because something new comes, it removes Golden Gate Bridge now. So all the dukkha you already had in your life and all the sukha you had in your life is just a memory. There's nothing you can catch. Because what the eye saw, what the ear heard, what the nose smelled, and what the tongue tasted, what the body touched, you can't even get one of them. It's gone. So that's what elusiveness is. Yes, Ashwin.
Just a question. Whatever the memory means, whatever if I see the golden gates and there is a memory store in my memory or about that. So Arahant also has that memory. When he meets somebody, he keeps this memory. So what is the difference between Prutajan or the Arahant on that memory storeness?
Okay, good question. So I thought somebody will ask. Thanks for that. So let's talk Putujjana. I've already covered it. Putujjana is like a child. He thinks it's real. Simple. There is real Golden Gate Bridge. And he would love to be there. Simple. It's real. And Sotapanna, he also knows it is real. But he sees it like 5 aggregates. That's the difference between a Putujjana and a Sotapanna. But as far as Raga is concerned, he is same. As far as Dvesha is concerned, is the same. As far as the Moha is concerned, is the same. The only difference he has is there is no Atta Bhava as far as his body goes. He's made it Anatta. He feels that it is just a combination of something. That's all. That's the first stage. So whenever that happened, the samatha has happened on the sankhara. There's no sankhara. It stops. A brief moment. It's frozen. So the moha is gone at that moment. So no raga dvesha. It's stilled. Okay. So there's no moving. There's no movement. Like, I've given you 100 times this example, but I'll give you again. Is that if I sit in the flight and were to cut off everything, I'm an arahat at that point in time. It's simple as that. If I can sustain that forever, I have reached Arhat Phala Samapatti. Nothing more than that. So if I am going to do what I said I'm going to do, and I done aditthana, right? I have determined I'm going to do this. So I sit in the flight. Before sitting in the flight, I cut this room. So there's no room, no house, no car, no airport, no immigration, no flight, no 16-hour journey, no landing in San Francisco. So the consciousness doesn't get a footing anywhere. And then when I meet Ariyu, there's no Ariyu. I'm not meeting anyone. I'm not going anywhere. Still. So the difference between a Sotapanna and a Arhat is, in a Sotapanna, he has to put an effort to do this, which takes time. Whereas a Sakadagami, he can do it much easier than a Sotapanna. And Anagami, it's even more easier than a Sotapanna. An Arahat doesn't have to put any effort at all in this direction. It's just there.
Only Sankhara is not there for the Arahat.
Sankhara gets stilled. The Sankhara gets stilled.
Mhm.
So let me give you an example. What is Sankhara? I want to do something. I want to fly to San Francisco. Is a Sankhara. I am counting the days. Is Sankhara. So today is 6th of December here. So on another 16 more days, by this time, I would have packed my bags. And another 2 hours from now, I would be starting to the airport. Or 1 hour from, not even 2 hours, 1 hour from now. So 11 o'clock, I land in the airport. Another 3 hours from there, I'm on the flight to San Francisco. This planning creates a moha. Every moment there is a moha. It's a delusion. As though I am going to San Francisco. As though there is real San Francisco. It's real. Right? And as though Ariyu is real. As though I'm going to meet every real person there. And as though I'm going to be there forever. Right? So I'm calculating. So I open the map, I watch it, I say, oh, this many kilometers or this many miles, and how I should be sitting. I've booked a, let us say, I've taken an aisle seat or a window seat, and I'm planning what time I need to eat, and this is all the planning in life is Sankhara. All the planning we do from morning till night. Yes.
But Arahat also will also, if he wants to go somewhere.
No,
from
wait.
one country.
Let me come to that. Let me come to that. Give me some time. So basically, if the realness is gone and you do just for the sake of doing it, you're an Arhat. Just like you go to a toilet. You just do because it has come. It's not that you enjoy toilet, or it's not that you hate toilet, or you go for a urination. You just do it because that's part of life. You don't sit in the urinal forever. When you get urine, you go there. When you don't get urine, no urine, no urinal. You don't love the urinal just because you have to piss there. Can you do this exactly the same thing with everything in life now? You're eating because just you're hungry. It's got nothing to do with what you're going to eat. You're drinking because you're thirsty. You're wearing clothes because you have to wear a cloth. Otherwise, bees and mosquitoes and ants and flies and heat and sun and so many things will hit you. So you don't want that to happen. So basically, you don't react. It doesn't mean that if you're not feeling hot, an Arhat will not put on the fan, but he doesn't expect that a fan should be there. If it's there, he will use it. Absolutely, he will use it. If there's a car, he will go by car, and then you can't say, "Oh, you know what? You're Arahat. If you wouldn't have gone by car, it looks ridiculous." So, but there's no concept of car in his mind. There's no concept of fan in his mind. There's no concept of house in his mind. No concepts. Okay. Now, can you be still like that? Because concept creates delusion. Any concept is a delusion creation because it makes real. Just think it's real. So San Francisco is a name, but that's a city. It's also a county. It's also within the state of California. So now you have so much of complication because there's so many concepts now. What is San Francisco? Nobody can explain what is San Francisco unless they give a whole description which makes no sense. Like that. So a Sotapanna still believes there is San Francisco. Okay? Still enjoys San Francisco. Still enjoys everything in the senses, meaning he's experiencing the sensual realm, so to say. Got it? So also is Anagami, for that matter. The only thing he is into the Ruparaga. So he has gone above from the Kama Loka, that's it. But he is in the same frame, not different. Okay. So to cite this example again is that in Arahat, he doesn't have to do what I want to do on the day I'm flying. In my case, I have to do it. In his case, it is natural. And that's the difference between me as a Anagami and that person as an Arhat. No impressions get formed in his consciousness. So there's no concept of this house, let alone his house. Like a Sakatagami doesn't have a concept of my house. There's only house. In the case of an Anagami, there's no concept of house, but he has to prepare it all the time. There is Sankhara. Because there is I-ness still available. There's I. The delusion to the extent of I, which is nothing but the avijja. Yes, did I answer in the first place, Ashwin, or did I leave something to you?
No. It's okay. I just want to double sure because I understood now. So everybody, Miss even Arant will plan his trip, but he will not take as a
Real.
sankhara, or he will not take as a attached to it. But he will still plan his trip.
He
to go
has
somewhere.
to. In the world,
otherwise,
correct. In the world, you have to do it. It's not you're sitting in the airport. Let's say Arhat is sitting in the airport, and there is a last and final call for passenger flying to San Francisco. Will he just sit on the seat? They're calling his name, but he's just sitting there. That's not Arahat.
yes, that's the lost person somewhere.
Yeah, he's gone mad. So they will take him to a mental hospital or somewhere to find out why there is no response. Or has he got into dementia by any chance? It's not like that. He knows everything, but he's not involved with it. So what does it mean? They call, hey, they don't say Arhat so and so. Let's say a normal person become an Arhat. They say so and so person. He is just going, but he doesn't go. There's one sutta where Ananda asked this question: is there anything the sunny exists and sunny doesn't exist? He says, yes, there is a state. Oh, I don't understand this. And can you tell me that? He says, Buddha makes it even more worse for Ananda. He says, Etan santan etan panitan yadidam sabba sankhara samato sabbupadi patini saggo tanha khayo virago nirodo nibbana. Thank you, Bhante. Then he goes. He asked the same question to Sariputta. And Sariputta answers the same thing. Instead of showing his ignorance, Ananda says, what a teacher, what a student. Same words, same phrases, same sentences. A student and teacher should be like that. But he understands nothing out of it. Why? Because this Ananda is a Sotapanna when he asks this question. So it's literal madness for him to find out how that state would be, where everything exists and yet nothing exists. That means Sunny is there, perception is there, Rupa is there, Arupa is there, everything is there, but nothing is there. Okay, if you want, I can take out that sutta and you will be shocked. Nothing you will understand out of it. Because Buddha makes, pardon.
Yeah, you not understood completely also. Okay. No problem.
Yeah,
Well,
so basically, I'm giving you an explanation is like this. Yes, some 2 days ago, I was explaining this to Ashutosh. This room, can I cut the room? That's the practice. Can I
Yeah.
cut this room?
yes.
If you can cut the room, can you cut the body? Exactly in the same way as you cut the room.
Still not for me. Okay.
Fine. So if you cut both this, Ajata, Bahidda, Olarika, Sukama, Hina, Panita, okay, like that, Santi, Dure. If you delete all of that, in what we can say is that Atita, Anagata, Pachuppanna in 3 time zones: past, future, present. If you remove the past, if you remove the future, you will never have even the present. And then it becomes shunya, empty. The consciousness is not holding on to anything. So what I do, I cut the chair, I cut the room, I cut the house, I cut the road, I cut the car, cut the airport, cut the immigration, cut the plane, cut the air hostess, cut San Francisco. So what do I get? Nothing. And yet, house exists, chair exists, everything exists, but you are not there in that equation, right? So you have cut I. The moment you cut I, you're done. There's no death. This one, I need to do it separately. Like what I'm saying, I need to put an effort to do it. It's not normal for me. For an Arahat, that's a normal state. So another example, Ashwin, is I came to your house. Did I come to your house? And the answer is yes. But was I with you? And the answer is yes. Did we not go to that hotel? And the answer is yes. Did we not go to the consulate? Yes, the answer is yes. And yet nothing was there. I did not go by train. I did not come to your house. I did not have food with you. I did not have anything to do with the consulate, nothing.
Understood very well. So the easy thing is cutting eye is like not killing ourselves. Is it killing what our ayatan is taking the in the all the six ayatan is taking? We have to cut that.
Yes.
That is the easy way to understand cutting eye.
Yes. So what is being done is that you just take it as you as a something to be named. You have five senses. The five senses go behind the object and there's a conscious experience of that object. The object remains, the subject remains, but there's no conscious experience of that object.
That is the mean the cutting eye. Correct.
That is the cutting eye. Yes. So
Understood.
So can you cut the objects? No. Can you cut your eyes and ears and nose and physically cut it and then say that, yeah, I've done it? No. It's the conscious experience you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Like I said, I need to put an effort. There's an effort. And hence I'm still a sekker. Because I know I'm putting effort to do that. That's not my natural state. I can get into Rupa Jhana quickly, instantaneously. To escape from this, I can go into Rupa Jhana. But I am entering into Rupa Jhana. So there's a I continuing there. And to escape the I am going into the Arupa Jhana. So I still follows in the Arupa Jhana because Ayatana is still there. It's flowing into the Arupa Jhana. It's very good. Like when I get into the infinite space, I love it. That means the Ayatana is there. If I go into Neva Sanyana, Sanyayatana, it's there.
It's still there.
Still there. The I is there. So that's the 31st level of existence. I know it is there. I know I am established there. So I'm still enjoying it. Now what I can do is, so go ahead, Ashwin.
So Jhan means exactly it's a pleasure, one of the kind of a pleasure.
Exactly. It's a far, far higher pleasure than the sensual pleasure. But the same senses are experiencing that.
It's a means what I feel it's a tremendous addiction than any other ayatan also.
Everything is an addiction only, Ashwin. Everything is an addiction. Kama Loka is an addiction. Rupa Loka is also an addiction. Arupa Loka is an addiction. So coming out of addiction is Arahat. That's it. No addictions. So this is the thing about an Arahat. So there is no delusion. What's a delusion now? Let's understand. What's a delusion? What causes delusion? The first delusion that causes you is Atta. What is Atta? Myself. Okay, how? Did you not see Golden Gate Bridge? I did. Wasn't it good? Wow, what a thing. That one. Didn't you get Premier Economy? Yes. How was it? Wow. You know what? I was reclining. It's so nice feeling. I'm telling you. Hey, Ariu, thanks for sponsoring and Premier Economy. Superb, man. I only wished I had put some little more money and then taken a business class. But anyway, it's fine. I'm a Dhamma person, so I can't be doing all of that. So, but what you have done to me is extraordinary. Thanks. What thanks? I is there, right? Now the body is you're experiencing the body thing, correct? So enjoying it. Okay. So like that. So I exist in each one. What a taste, what a touch, what a smell, and all added together, what a thought. So, Atta comes into existence when this experience, like a premium economy ticket, is enjoyed by the sight, when I'm seeing it, by the sound, where I'm hearing it, by the taste, what food they're giving, by the touch, that 180-degree reclinable seat, okay, then smell, all added together is an experiencer, and that experiencer is I, Atta. So how many layers of Atta is there? Only the Sakkaya Ditti is removed in a Sotapanna. But what about other Atta? Is there? The Nama Rupa is there. That doesn't go until Arahat. So you can ask me a question. Vilas, then you don't enjoy the flight? I do, but I cut off sensuality. That's it. What does that mean? Well, I'm not interested in the sound, noise cancellation headphones, not interested in that flight view, watching the Pacific from the flight or the seat. Ah, beautiful! Like that. Instead, I go to a better field of experience, Rupa Jhana. Then I enter into the Arupa Jhana. That's far better. Don't have to go to the restroom at all. And you won't feel hungry. Sensual, when you are there, hunger. Rupa, little bit hungry. Arupa, no hunger. And then sensual, tiredness. Tiredness of the mind, tiredness of the body. Rupa, no tiredness of the mind, little bit tiredness of the body. Arupa, no experience of the body at all. Because there's no Rupa. And hence it's called Arupa. Devoid of Rupa. So what's there to experience? Nothing. So the mind is still. So can I switch off? Yes, absolutely. Can I sleep for 16 hours? Yes. But yet awake? Yes. That's what is called as Neva Sanya, Na Sanya Ayatana. Neither perception. So there's no perception of the flight, of the aerostase, of the aircraft heading towards San Francisco, etc., nor non-perception. And yet everything is perceivable. The aerostase is walking, or people are walking up and down, and the announcements, and everything is happening. But no experience is happening. So can I stay in that state? And the answer is yes. Till the flight lands. Yes, Gopal Krishna.
Guruji, is it like a detached involvement? You are there, but you are not.
Correct. It is like that. It's like in Vedanta, what is called a Turiya. Detached yet attached. Okay, now what to do is to push further, no feeling, no perception. If I want to do it, there's a danger. You will not get up. So what to do? Just make a symbol, sign, that if the air hostess were to announce, I come back, otherwise there's no I. So there you go. Done. Stops. The 16 hours flight, done. Are you tired? No. Are you hungry? No. Are you exhausted? No. It's as good as I'm sitting here and just arrived in San Francisco. No jet lag at all. Fresh. As though the person has been lifted from this place and the very next moment he's there in that place. That's what you can do. And this Arahat can do it all the time. Where I have to put so much of effort to do that, there's no effort from him. So that's a huge difference between a Sikh as Anagami and an Arahat. So I'm not too far away, but yet far away. Yes, sir, you.
So I'm wondering in terms of knowledge and vision, right, between these two, because you can be there a lot of the times, but not always there. But I'm wondering in terms of understanding and depth of seeing things, is there a difference between that? Even though the experience is the same.
Yes, there is. There's a subtle difference, which I can show to you when we go to somewhere when we are meeting. I'll just show you how perception varies. What happens in the perception like that. Anjali, I think you wanted to say something. You had raised a hand some time ago. Okay. Anyone from this? Ah, yeah.
Vandam, sir.
Vandami, yes.
Actually, I had the same question as Mr. Ashwin had actually when one plans for a journey and he has to go abroad. So he has to plan the itinerary, he has to look on the map and he has so that question has been answered very beautifully.
Okay.
I wanted to know whether one has to plan because without planning and without arranging for the tickets, planning the itinerary and looking
Yes,
for all
he has
the
to do it. But he
crossing
doesn't
points,
take
we have to
correct. He doesn't take it as himself doing it.
understand.
Yes, Bobby, you remain silent. Maybe you're an Arhat now.
No, I'm listening with us.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask this Arhant, you said that they are removing all the defilements,
Arihat. Arihat.
So in Bhagavad also they say like that, Bhagarago, Bhagadosho, Bhagamoho, is it correct? Something like that, no?
See, there are various ways to explain. In the case of Bhagava, what is Bhaga? If somebody were to ask, what does it mean? It is a compounded word to show that bhava means to become, and that is cut completely. So how do you become something? If you have raga, dvesha, moha only, you can become something. Otherwise, there's nothing to become. So what they are using is right, but it's majorly on the bhagava is with relation to becoming. The bhava, the circling around.
Bhagavad, this word is used in relation to Buddha, right? Not with the normal Arhat.
Yes, so he has done it himself. For an arhat, he had to be taught. That's the difference. Even in this.
In that qualities of Buddha, they say Bhagava, and whenever the monks called him, he said, Bhagava, or
That's
But,
correct, Bobby. See, the thing is, he found it for himself, and the next itself is Samma Sambuddho. Iti pi so bhagava. It is a, you know what it is? It's explaining what is Buddha. If somebody were to ask, explain to me what is Buddha. So instead of giving a long lecture, they are saying iti pi so bhagava. Iti pi so. Iti means this. Pi so, to say. Bhagava. Iti pi so bhagava. The bhagava whom you are talking, he should be like this. Like Samma Sambuddho, Vijjacharana Sampanno, Sugato, Lokavidu, Anuttaro, Purisa Dhamma Sarati, Tatta Deva Manussanam Buddho Bhagava Iti. So what is here is putting Bhagava and he's ending it with Bhagava. So the question is asked, what is Bhagava? What is Buddha? When you explain, Iti pi so Bhagava means Arham, he should be an Arhat. Samma Sambuddho, he should be a Samma Sambuddha. Vijja Charana Sampanno, he should have Vijja Charana Sampanna. Sugato, for whom? One who has gone to the right destination. Sugato. Lokavidu, he understands the Loka. Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati, for Satta Deva Manussanam. And hence I say this is the Buddha. Buddho Bhagava iti. So some people what they do is they make it as Raga Dvesha Moha not there in the Bhagavad. That's true. But that's what Arhat means. What else does it mean? One who has conquered Raga Dvesha Moha is an Arhat. What else is Arhat? So Itipi so Bhagava is one single thing. And the explanation. What is Buddha? What is Bhagava? He's saying Bhagava means he should have all these qualities. So like that. Then somebody asks, what is Dhamma? What Dhamma are you following? What do you mean by Dhamma? No thinking. Should be able to say, what is Dhamma? Svakhato Bhagavata Dhammo. Here again Bhagavata comes. As explained in the first line, he is saying, Svakhato Bhagavata Dhammo. Self-revealing is the Bhagava's Dhamma. Sandhitiko, it changes your vision, viewpoints. Akaliko, no time. Yehi Pasiko, come here and see. Openaiko, open for investigation. Pachattam Veditabbo Vinyuhiti. Each one of them have to put their effort to get this. Nobody can do for anyone. Now the question is asked. Okay, that I understood. But what about the people around this Buddha? How they would be? If this question is asked. Supatipanna, Ujupatipanna, Samichi Patipanna, Nyaya Patipanna. These are the four qualities. Is Supatipanna, well mannered. What does that mean? He doesn't get excited. He's so humble. Then he says, Yadidam chattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala. So in this 4 yuga, this 8 purisa puggala. Puggala means individual or pudgala. And purisa, human. So these 8 individuals are having these 4 qualities. Su, Uju, Samichi, and Nyaya. If they have this, then you can revere them. Ahu nayo, pahu nayo, dakki nayo, anjali karanayo, If you do that, they will take you to Anuttaram Punyakhitam Lokasa iti. So if somebody were to ask, explain to me, what do you mean by Buddha Dhamma Sangha? And this is what it is. So instead of giving my own technological or technical or some stupid kind of answering or some 2 hours discourse, I can just say this much. In fact, that's there in many suttas. Buddha says, if somebody comes and asks you, what is Buddha? Say this. Hence, there are a lot of sutta in the Brahmana Vagga where they come and say, this person is iti piso bhagava araham samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagava iti. So they ask, why are you going and seeing Gautama? Then he says, because of this. What would you get? He says, Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Yehi Passiko Upanaiko Pachattam Veditabbo Vinyuhiti. What do you get by going there? Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sango Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sango Nyayapatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sango Samichi Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sango. This is okay, but what next do you get? If that question is asked, he says, Yadidam chattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala yesa bhagavato savaka sango. This is how they would be. If they are, you will do this by your own choice. What? Ahu naiyo, pahu naiyo, dhakki naiyo, anjali karanaiyo, anuttaram punyakhitam lokasa iti. And because of that reason, I am going to meet Gautama. And that is how it is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, question. So it seems like it's, like you said, it's explaining Bhagava instead of. So the question is not who's Buddha, was who's Bhagava. So was Bhagava a more, well-known thing at the time rather than Buddha?
No. Bhagava and Buddha. The question is, what is Buddha? If some question is asked, I don't understand this word Buddha. It's coming from the Buddh as a root, which means to know. That's the reason Buddho, one who knows completely. There's no residue left to know. Yes, Ashwin, bye-bye. So then you have Bhagava. Bha is for Bhava. Ga is to know. Va is to cut. So first, you know there is Bhava, moving. Then you know why are you moving and cut the movement. So that one who knows this is a Buddha. Meaning he has ended the journey of birth and death. See, what are we searching for? We're searching for why are we born? That's okay. But why are we dying? I want to know the truth. And that is Bhagavad. And hence this question, see, the thing is, Pali are the Indian languages, or especially Pali and Sanskrit, more to do with Pali, is a very, it's like, somebody asking and somebody answering. So the question is, Kim Vadanti Bhagava? What is said about Bhagava? That's there. And then he says, Iti Piso Bhagava. Kim Vadanti Bhagava, that line is Iti Piso Bhagava. Like, I and you are talking in Pali now. Whom do you say as Bhagava? This is how Bhagava is. That's what he is saying. Iti Piso Bhagava. Then what? Yes, then Araham. Samma Sambuddho. Okay. Vijjacharana sampanno, okay. Sugato lokavidu, anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati, of satta deva manusanam, and hence buddho bhagava iti. Kim vadanti dhamma? What do you say about dhamma? Swakhato bhagavata dhamma. So this like, it's a conversation. Basically, that person who has come and asking this question is answered by someone. For that reason, I'm going here. So we need to know that. It's just like you asking me and I'm answering you the same way in Pali. That's all. Very simple. If you know Pali, you have learnt it. It gives you, like when I read the sutta, literally like, I'm speaking and he's speaking, I'm speaking, he's speaking, like that. That's fun. It's like Buddha is talking to me in this whole thing. You feel, okay, I understood. Yes, Bhante, I understood. Otherwise, we have to translate like this and do it. It's so free flowing. Kim vadanti Buddha, Kim vadanti Dhamma, Kim vadanti Sangha. The same words are there in Sanskrit also. Kim is the same. It's questioning. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking a step back. I was thinking about the Arahat you were describing, right? So, yeah, I'm thinking just like a normal person goes into a movie theater, and initially he knows it's a movie, but soon he forgets and think it's real. But this sixth sense is an even more real movie theater, and we, like normal beings, we take this thing as real, but a Arahat will always see this as not real. He knows
Good.
it's just a movie theater.
Good that you gave a movie thing. I will tell you what happens. Awakening moment. Yep. Let's say between Puttu Jana to Arhat, I will tell you as a movie. Okay, so this will help, I think, all of them. Others are not speaking, but I think it would help them. Puttu Jana goes into a movie theater. But then darkness, avidya. I'll cover up all the 12 links for you. Avidya. Aren't you doing Sankhara? Oh, glued to that movie. So as the hero comes, there is something. As the heroine comes, as this scene comes, that scene comes, blah, 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 blah. This person who is bound for an awakening sees a gap between the scenes. Hey, I saw something. Let me see again. Oh yes, there's a gap. So why don't I watch the gap in the scenes? Now he no longer can enjoy the movie because he's seeing the gap. What is that gap? That gap is the connection between two scenes. He says, brilliant. But he forgets. Then again he remembers the gap. I had seen the gap. Wait, I'll see now. I'll keenly watch. That's how his sati is improving. If he sees the gap, he feels happy. There's no movie at that time. Movie ended. He can't enjoy the movie when he sees the gap. Let's say, take a particular scene. There's a baseball match in the movie between LA Lakers or whoever, whatever, and some other team. Everyone is glued. Oh, how is going to then this Satapanna is saying, wait a second, there's some crazy thing happening. If he is going to hit, why are they cheering? It's a gap. See, if he is hitting, everybody should be looking at his hitting then screaming. So the two separate things there. Hitting is one thing and cheering is another thing. If you combine, it looks as though they're cheering for him, but they're two separate scenes. He sees the gap. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see further. Why that umpire has to stand there? What is his role there? Why are these people running? What do they get out of it? Oh, it's only for money. There is no game without money. Man, this is foolishness. You just put some stake and you play for money. That's a gap. What has money got to do with his play? That means nobody's appreciating his play. Okay, let me watch furthermore. As I watch, I find after the game is over, nobody's interested. They did all of this for this? Am I doing all sankharas because of this? No, I would not do. So he got a samatha there. He stopped because the gap. So his friend sitting next to him is shaking. You look at him, how he's playing. This guy is watching. Didn't you watch how they played? I did. You didn't like it. There was nothing to like. So that means you hated it. There's nothing to hate. It's your team. No, they are not my team. There's no one called my team. I gone crazy. Yeah, I think now I opened up my eyes. But he soon forget. That is Sotapan. Then the possessiveness is gone. About the team, about the jersey, about whatever he's saying. There's no possession. There's no association. Becomes Sakadagami. In the same movie hall, he doesn't possess. He is not possessed by the screen. Huge screen. Let's say 100-inch theater with blaring music, with 3D effect or whatever effect. He is no longer enamored by that. He is no longer charmed by that. He's just watching. But there is some interest in watching that game. Comes an anagami in that. He sees nothing but dead bodies. Skeletons. What are you watching? What I'm watching? What is that I'm watching? There's nothing to be watched. So can I now go into the Rupa jhanas? In the same movie theater, his eyes wide open, enters into the first jhana, enters into the second jhana, enters into the third jhana, enters into the fourth jhana, enters fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and sits there. While others are screaming and shouting and doing all kind of thing, popcorn and this and that, he just sits like this. And an Arhat never enters the cinema hall at all. From the beginning, he was not there in the movie hall. In the end also, he's not there in the movie hall. If somebody were to ask him, did you watch the movie? He'll tell the whole story, but he is not there. It's just like somebody went to the movie and the darkness came and everybody were watching. All of a sudden, due to some short circuit, all lights came up, obscuring the screen. And everybody started laughing because now they can't enjoy anything. It's a huge light. So the screen of consciousness is gone. There's nothing appearing in the screen of consciousness now. So there is a relief. So Golden Gate Bridge is coming where? On the screen of consciousness. San Francisco is coming where? Screen of consciousness. Bangalore is coming where? Screen of consciousness. Flight is coming where? Screen of consciousness. What if they don't appear at all? Isn't it the best thing to do? And the answer is yes. Because you will never be satisfied of going to San Francisco. Once you reach there, you have to head back to Bangalore. The pain, it's a dukkha. Now, jati pi dukkha. I was never born in San Francisco. I was born in Bangalore or whichever place in India. I love San Francisco. Even though I take a sticker, I love San Francisco, doesn't help me. Jati pi dukkha. Being born in India. Jara pi dukkha. Getting aged in India. Vyadhi pi dukkha. I'm getting sick and all kind of diseases. Maranam pi dukkham. I have to die in India. As an Indian. Even if I die in US, I'm still dead as an Indian. Never been an American. Right? Appiyehi sampayogo dukkho. What you don't like through six senses, you are getting attached to it. Piyehi vipayogo dukkho. Now on the 13th of January, I need to leave US. Appiyehi. Don't like. I'm going to miss the sights. Yes. Going to miss the sound. Yes. Miss the taste, miss the touch, miss the smell. Helpless. Yam picchanna labati tampi dukkham. Now to wait for another donor to sponsor my ticket. And when, I don't know. Sankittena panchupadana khanda dukkha. In short, in summary, Sankittam in summary, it's just 5 aggregates clinging that brings suffering. Yes, Haryu.
Just like the whole movie is dukkha.
It's dukkha rising and dukkha going away. That's it. That's all what's happening. So, whatever we are doing is just sankhara, avijja, pachya, sankhara. And you're getting that experience. I was in the theater looking at that vinyan because of nama rupa. Then there is 6 sense door through which I'm experiencing it. There's a phassa, there's a contact. Then the vedana, feeling. Then the craving. Then holding on to it. Then bhava. Then jati. Then I had to come out of the theater as death. All that experience is removed at once. The moment I come out of the theater, gone. So this is the same movie being played. This life is a movie. Exactly the same thing is happening. I'm seeing the gap. I'm saying this scene and this scene are 2 different things. They're not the same. I go into office every day is something different. Ah, that scene was different, and this scene is different, this scene is different, this scene is different. Ah, caught it. Caught the vinyana. Now nobody can cheat me. I found it out for myself through my own vision. Chakkum mudapadi. Got the knowledge. Jnanam mudapadi. Got the wisdom. Panya udapadi. Now it's lighted up. Aloko udapadi. I will dance deathless. Vilas is going to die, but I got nothing to do with it. That screenplay person will die. Absolutely fair. So, screenplay directed, produced by Vilas Kadiva. Yes, Eric.
And so you'd know this colleague who you're seeing yesterday and today. He's pretending to be the same person.
Yes.
He himself doesn't know he's pretending, but he's playing a role which he doesn't know.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. So it's fun to watch how the scenes are changed. What was, see, I'll tell you what, how do we change roles in the office? We make somebody a director, we make somebody a technician, but there's no person. So what was somebody, now he is somebody. It's like somebody saying this is a stool for this scene, but the next scene it's a chair. When it was a stool, they had put a flower vase. But when it's a chair, in the next scene, you sit on that. That's all what is happening. And that's exactly what's happening here. There's nothing else which is happening. In one scene, this person is a wife. And next scene, a very next scene, she's a daughter. And the very next scene, she's an Indian, married to an American. And the next scene, she's an American because her passport says American. Give me a break. I couldn't understand. The first scene, daughter. Scene one, shot one, take. Daughter. And she comes, daddy. Okay, done, good. Scene two, shot two. Okay, wife. Husband. Give me a break. The same body, exactly the same body. How can she be a daughter and a wife? Isn't that a gap? A huge gap, not just a gap. Yes, Aryu.
So this Shakespeare is a awakened person.
No, we don't see it like that. But if you really see it, you see it. That's the reason you will feel that. What? Chakku mudapadi, jnanam mudapadi, panya udapadi, aloko udapadi. When you really get it, you are playing a role of a son. When you met your father last, when you went to meet him, you played a role of a son. You did not play a role of a father. You said dad, in whichever language that is. And your son, playing the role of a son, made that person, that character, as grandfather. It's just a designation. And he made you a father. That doesn't mean that you became a father. It's just being said to you. It's like a stool being put as a chair in the next act. Yes.
And sometimes people get confused because they come back from the work and they still were playing the old scene. And you have to remind them, hey, Now it's a different scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now the scene is different. Hey, come on, you came out from work. You came out from work, right? Yes, that scene is over. Cut. Shot 10, scene 10, family. Yes, sir. What I should do? Shut up, I'll tell you. There comes that being called as daughter. Okay, pull her here. You mean physically pull her here? Yes, pull her here. She has slept with another fellow. Okay, you have to blast her. Slept means, boss, I can't be so open with you. Please read the script. Slept means this. Okay, did this. It's immoral, right? Yes, yes, yes. Shout at her. Pull her, shout at her. But you don't get angry, okay? Got it? You're playing a scene. Okay, shot 11, scene 11, action. That's exactly what it is. Isn't it the most hilarious thing? You should be laughing rather than feeling upset about it. So there is no raga, dvesha, moha if you do like this. You have come out of raga, dvesha, moha. You know what is there in moha now? You just take one scene, the next scene, and the next scene, and the next scene, and the next scene, and the next scene. All these scenes are sankhara. Yes, Saryu.
So I guess in a sense, these people who we call bad person, they just got used to playing in a bad way. Since they
Exactly.
got too famous, and every movie who needs a bad person asks them to be.
They became a villain. So they would be given a permanent role called as hell, where they can keep on playing that role forever. You liked it, right? Take it. And there is a person who is so divine. He will be given a role in the heaven. Here it is, son. Enjoy. But it's still a role. The role is going to end. Shot 100, scene 100, over. No, out from that place. I'll give you a new place. That's it. So if you can see this, you're done. Yes, Gopal Krishna, go ahead. Okay, yeah, Bobby, go ahead.
Yeah, see, there's some roles in your life, like you need to sometimes raise your sound and, like, don't do that.
Script.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
in the script,
yeah.
it says shout, you shout.
Yeah.
You dance, you dance.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, then you don't have to explain to some other person, because in your mind you're not getting angry. You have to raise your sound.
You would in fact be
Then other person will
laughing.
say,
You would be
"Yeah,
laughing. You would be laughing.
no, I'll be laughing inside, but maybe some other member will come and say, why you are a spiritual person, why you are getting angry? But I'm not angry. I'm just raising my sound. So you
Yes,
can do the roles like that, right?
absolutely. The scene demands there is a mad
Yeah.
person who is going to come, and he can't or she can't understand. She's coming like let's say, like a bull charging.
Yes.
You can't talk softly to it. Hey, bull, how are you doing? I just want to tell you something. By the time it will hit you and go. So you have to hold the bull by the horn. You won.
Yeah.
That's the scene. Okay, cut it.
Another maybe a cow or something will come and tell.
Yeah, whatever. Cow or donkey or
No,
whatever.
another bull I dealt with, like raising the sound. But another maybe cow will come. Why you are getting angry? But you are not angry. You don't have to explain all the time, right? It's not required. Yeah.
You just have to watch the fun. Scene 10, Act 10, action.
Yes.
It can be whatever situation, right? Let's do it. And if you can do like that, you're an Arhat.
Yeah, all the time, right?
All the time. All the
Yeah.
time. All the time.
But sometimes you may have to do that even if you are not a Arahat.
That's separate issue altogether. That's like you really became that. No becoming. That is called becoming. You become bhava. So bhavatarana means you are circling there as though it's real. You became a mother. You became a father forever. Meaning, I want to be a father. Boss, that was a drama. That was a movie. No, I am a father. Hey, he's taken it too seriously. What to do? Nothing. Anjali, go ahead.
You are saying that somebody Arahat Magga and the Bala. So that means Magga, I think you said in this talk that Magga may not be like continuously aware or may not be.
Yes.
Only
Magga, he's on the path, but when he gets a phala, he's always on that. No need to give him that.
in Magga, you might forget, like you might not.
I'm on the Magga,
Yeah.
but no phala,
No. Okay.
no
So
fruit.
that no fruit. So when the fruit comes only, it becomes continuous.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Even for an Arahant.
Boss, what I just now said about the scene, if I forget it after this call,
Yes. You are
and
not.
that's it.
Correct. But yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Anjali, go ahead.
In certain situation, when we are doing our role as a mother, as something else, so we are doing according to the script, right? But inside, we are not getting angry by shouting at somebody according to the script, but we are not shouting inside. Inside, we are cool and calm. But how to measure whether we are really calm? Is there certain aspect that we could understand? Is there something to measure? Because it may be in the Sukshama, it may be somewhere. Is this the
That's a practice, right? So you have to take it like a third party. That's a practice. The practice here is to come out of delusion, moha. Basically, Anjali, I have taken this woman in my life as my wife. But she's playing the role of a wife. She's not a wife, right? She was never a wife.
Right.
But if I let go of it all the time, then I am on the path of liberation. I'm getting liberated from wife.
Okay.
Okay. And I have a son who is a doctor. He's playing the role of a doctor. He's not a doctor per se. And he's not my son either. He's just playing the role of a son as I'm playing the role of a father. If I stick on to this like this, there's no raga, dvesha, moha. So you just do what is to be done in that role. And that's it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So there's no fear of losing a son because there was no son in the first place to lose or gain. Like now he's a doctor. There was no doctor. He was made a doctor. So he was made a son. He was never a son. Hey, how are you talking like that? He's your son. Then you have a problem. The movie became real.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like that. So we need to practice it. We need to see. That's the reason I was telling you. See the gap between the scene. The same person is playing one role at one time, another role at another time. That's the gap.
Thank you.
See, for example, Harry had brought his US passport, but he's a Chinese. Isn't it hilarious? Born in China. It says very clearly, born in some province, China. And now he's an American. Isn't it the most hilarious thing ever? Yes. Yes, Harry.
Yeah, the other day I was discussing with my son, and he said, "I'm an ABC, the American-born Chinese." And I think he said something. You're a CBA, the Chinese-born American.
Yeah.
I was worried.
And you can tell this to Chirag, ABCD, American born, confused Desi. So your son is playing a role of a Chinese now because he has a Chinese father, but born in America. Role demanded him to be born in this country, but the interaction is with Chinese. So American born Chinese, ABC. Yes.
Yeah, I guess you develop a liking towards that role. That's karma.
Exactly. See, that's the cause of the bhava. You become that. You keep on practicing that role. Like my wife keeps on telling me this. You love America because all your examples are American. So I told her next time I go to Australia, all my examples will be Australian because I have never seen Australia. So when I go to Australia, I'll give all examples of Australia. But I've seen America so much that I can give example of America other than India. But she still says that, no, you like America. I say, okay, maybe. Yes.
So just the question came. I'm wondering. Let's say by the time you go to Australia, you become Arahat. So you would go to Australia experience on this way, but would you ever experience Australia in the same way that you can experience America?
Even today, I experienced America in 2006 to 2011. I'm 100% sure I will not be experiencing America in 2024. Forget experiencing Australia. I will not even experience America as I experienced in the year 2006.
Yeah, that's my question, because then you may not have a so-called memory of the experience of Australia anymore.
No. You will have the memory, but that's like a scenes. So you will not take it seriously. In 2006, when I landed at O'Hare International Airport, that experience versus what I am now practicing and the mental state are two different things. I can reflect back upon how I was when I flew from Chicago to Indianapolis and then to Seattle and this and that. That I know, but I feel like a child, like, you know, who, when I sat in the Frontier, the first time I sat in the Frontier airplane, it was so different. Just another animal or something that put it. I got so enamored by that. And Denver, that I love it. Meaning, this whole state of Colorado because of mountains. Okay. Now, if you take me really to Denver, to Colorado, to whatever, I won't really feel anything, honestly, now, right now, than what I felt in that time. Yes.
I guess that's part of my question originally, because I was thinking whether the reason you're able to give vivid, descriptions of how the experience is because you had experienced it. But if you never got to experience Australia, maybe it does not become that vivid.
Exactly.
But I guess you can make it. You can make it. You can create it.
I can create it, but it won't be as extensive as US. That's correct.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes. From New York and this side and Texas to this and that and all the states of America except for Alaska, I can talk about.
Yeah, because you can reflect back in consciousness and recall that experience, but
Exactly.
you never experience the same way in Australia because
Yes,
you lost that.
I will not be experiencing Brisbane and Sydney and whatever it is. It won't be like 2006 scenario of mine. See, all that I'm reflecting back is from those 5 years. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking you'd still be giving more examples for America.
Yes, I'll be giving more example from America because that's my experience. That's correct. That's very correct. Especially in Nevada, Las Vegas, and all that. I can give as much because being there, done there, you know it. But today, if we were to go to the same place, Nevada and then Las Vegas, I don't think so. I will have the same exact experience. It looks so crude now. It feels what shit. But then it was not. Like in Florida, Miami Beach and all of these, it's one of an experience. But now you feel nothing in Florida. Yeah, was fun. And the number of caps I have at you is like, whole bunch of caps. I think I wanted to collect all the places caps and baseball and then the football and all that. And my manager also used to say, "Hey, Vilas, I think you need to have this cap and that cap and that cap." And since I'm from Indianapolis, I had to wear an Indy cap. So when we used to go for a baseball game, we all wear the cap and go there.
Yeah, same with my son. He wear a San Diego cap when he went to San Diego. He changed it to LA when he was driving.
Exactly. So you need to do that. So my boss used to say, you need to take Arkansas, the place where your father lives, Arkansas. He's from Arkansas. So you have to wear the cap of Arkansas. So like that. Cincinnati, if you went, we have another cap of Cincinnati, like that. Anyways, fun. Seattle. I have Seattle caps. So many caps. I think at one point in time I bought around 30 caps. If I were to wear a cap a day, when my office guys used to say, Vilas comes in cap means it's every one different caps of different teams and all that. Like that. It's fun. Fun and noisy. What a madness. Yeah. Like my brother has asked me to bring in the Golden Gate Bridge. My wife also wants a Golden Gate Bridge, so I'm going to buy it. But it looks ridiculous. You're not carrying a Golden Gate Bridge, but still you have a miniature bridge and bring it and keep it in the showcase. And that's what it's all about. You need to do it. There's no other way. Okay, all others who just, yes, Baidyanath. At last I could hear your voice.
Yeah, sir, there is any particular sutra to better understanding of this delusion moha?
Any better sutta means there are a lot of suttas on Moha, right? In fact, every sutta is on Moha only.
Please suggest, sir, any particular sutta to understand.
Hena Pindupama Sutta, the consciousness as a magician, read that. Sanyukta Nikaya 22.95.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Anyone else? Final question, final thoughts? Good. So everybody are an Arhat. Excellent. Welcome to the world of Arhats. So practice everything like a drama. You're an Arhat. Okay. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. No, not tomorrow, Monday.